Welcome to Arts and Talents. For today's program, we have a meeting with a handsome, talented man who turns his passion into a business in production field. Now, let's go and meet him. What are you doing?
I'm just watering the plants and having a look at them to see they're all right.
This is your garden.
Yes, this is my garden.
You organize them yourself? You look after them every day yourself?
Yes, I look after it on a daily basis, but once a month I have a little help from somebody who comes in to look at them and tell me how to take care of some of the problems that I have. His name's Kun Tom. He comes in once a month to help look after the plants, and he's also on the TV show, which I do. Anyway, it's getting hot out here. Do you want to come inside the office?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, and right now I am with James1, who is the owner of a Mufasa production house.
Yes.
Right. So before we go into complicated things after that, could you please tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm half Thai, half British, but I was born in Kenya.
In Kenya?
Yes. So I grew up in Malawi. So as soon as I was born, my father moved to Malawi because he was running bus companies along the east coast of Africa. I lived in Malawi for about 6 years. 6 years since
so
one year in Kenya, then nearly 6 years in Malawi. So I came back to the UK when I was nearly 7.
Oh, so how's the lifestyle over there? What are the mentalities?
Mentalities?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the sort of lifestyle in Malawi, at the time it's the 1980s, and Malawi used to be a British colony, but in the 1980s it wasn't anymore. But there was still a lot left over from the colonial era. They had a lot of good infrastructure and a lot of interesting life for my father and my mother. And we lived in a house with a big garden, I mean a very large garden. Got to play with some crocodiles.
You play with some crocodiles?
Yes, in Kenya they have a crocodile farm.
Right.
And so you can go and hold the crocodiles, play with the crocodiles, but only the small one.
Oh, the small ones?
Yes, but once they get too big, then you don't want to go too close.
Talking about coming back to Thailand here, what attracts you?
What attracted me? Well, I think I like swimming, so the weather is really, really warm. And so if I can go swimming and I don't freeze to death, that is really good. Because there's so many hotels with lots of amazing swimming pools, so it's fantastic for swimming.
Did you come here for a holiday, or you come here just for, yeah, that's it, I'm going to settle down here, I'm going to set up this company?
No, I think I graduated and my mum wanted me to come here to Thailand. I don't know why. She had this idea that she thought I should have a break. But at the time, I wasn't interested to come here. I was busy working. And then one day I came home and she came running down the stairs, excited, saying, if you go to Thailand, you can go to Egypt. And I thought, and she was like really excited, worked up, and she was just speaking really fast and talking about Egypt, but only if I go to Thailand. And so I was a bit confused. So like, wait, slow down. It's like, what do you mean I go to Egypt if I go to Thailand? And she said, oh, because like my mother's family are going to go to Egypt on a tour. So if I went to Thailand at that time, I can go with them. So I thought, okay.
Did you get ferry?
Yes, I thought, well, I'd like to go to Egypt. I haven't been to Egypt before, so I went to Thailand.
And after that?
And after that, well, then my aunt has 2 children, and she wanted them to learn English. And so she said, well, do you want to stay here for a year? So I thought, okay, then I'll stay here for a year.
So after 1 year, what made you decide that you're going to stay here?
Well, after the first year, I got to hang out with some production companies and start to see the production here in Thailand for TV commercials. And it was a lot of fun. And So I spent a few years between the two countries, between UK and Thailand, and then eventually I managed to sort of settle here, and then started up Mufasa.
So James, what made you so interested into video editing, programming?
Well, it all began with a very old computer at my house, which is about 20 years old now. And this computer was still working actually, but it wouldn't do very much. It would do a lot of word processing and office things, but nothing fun. So
it's true.
I wanted to upgrade it. But my mother said, will it cost money? I said, yes, it would. So I said, I'm not going to give you any money to upgrade it. So I had to find a way to make it better.
How old were you back then?
I must have been 14, I think, at the
14
time. Yes.
at the time. Hey.
Yes. And so I went and read a book on how to upgrade computers, and then learned that I could actually build a computer myself from parts. And from then, I discovered that you could edit video on the computer using like some parts that you can buy. It's for the consumer, it's not for professional. So when we talk about doing a video production, it's actually on the same level as doing like a film production, except for it's just all digital. It's the sort of thing which I think George Lucas is like promoting years ago. It's going to be high definition. So now what I have here at Mufasa, the cameras, some people have actually been making movies with these cameras because it's just high definition video.
Oh well, let's hear James talk about this on the next break.
Okay. How
how he turns his passions into Mufasa. Don't go anywhere. Is it hard to be a TV host?
Is it hard to be a TV host? My biggest challenge is I have to speak in Thai. So
You start from beginner when you were shooting.
Yeah, in a way, yes. You sort of start off from the beginning, but I think the thing about being a TV host is you've got to enjoy what you're doing.